Today, it was the official send-off rally this morning at Gillette Stadium. About 30 to 35,000 fans showed up, guys, and it is cold in New England. And Tom Brady just tossing the microphone around. Take a listen to what his message was to the fans today.
You know, I've been so blessed, obviously, being here for as long as I have, and to play with so many great teammates and coaches, to represent this team and organization, and obviously to represent you guys is what it's all about. So I can't thank you enough. We're excited. I hope you guys are excited. And as Des said, let's let them hear it all the way down in Atlanta. We're still here. We're still here. We're still here. We're still here. We're still here.
Well, he's made it certainly clear that he is still here, and he certainly is, and he continues to pile up the records at the age of 41 years old. He's the most accomplished quarterback in the Super Bowl. He'll play in the game for the 9th time, all coming since that 2001 season. He is now going for number 6. Our Jeff Darlington sat down with him yesterday to talk about this experience.
2nd and goal to go from the 2. Allen motions left to right, then reverses direction. Brady under center, and give to Burkhead. Runs it left for the win! Touchdown, Patriots! And they're bound for Super Bowl 53!
It's not their year, right? It just might be. It just might be.
Favre, Breeze, Manning, Marino have been to a combined 8 Super Bowls. This is your 9th. That is insane.
Yeah.
Does that resonate with you the way it does the rest of us?
You know, in some ways, yes, and in some ways, no. Yes, in the fact that, you know, I've just been so lucky to be a part of this organization for a long time, and we've had so many great teams. And this is all about a team goal. This is not, you know, an individual thing. To go to Arrowhead and win there against another great team speaks a lot about our character, speaks about the way that we've improved over the course of the season. And, you know, we got one more game to go, and hopefully we can finish it the right way.
Julian being out the first 4 games, Gronk dealing with some injuries, Josh Gordon coming and going.
In there, and I think of a few in our team history that just kind of went like, obviously the 07 team, and you know, 2010, I thought we had a great team. We lost to the Jets in the playoffs. And there's some other years that are just, you gotta fight and claw. 2001 was like that. This year has been like that. You gotta believe that you can do it, and I think, you know, the team has a lot of poise. There's no panic, obviously, in our coach. You know, sometimes when you lose, you know, that's where you learn the most. And if you let it discourage you to the point where that 1 loss becomes 2, the 2 becomes 3, well, then you have a tough season.
The greatest of all time, Tom Brady, going to the Super Bowl again.
Let's just talk quickly about mortality, age. You have the chance to do something that nobody has ever done at 41 years old. Is there any chance that this is your last game? 0.
0.
Say it. I don't want to just say
There's
it.
0, yeah.
Okay.
There's 0. I've said that for a long time. I feel like I'm asked that a lot, and I feel like I repeat the same answer, but no one wants to believe me.
I feel like one of the coaches in the AFC East, like, trying to tell you, are you sure this is not the end?
I know. I just, you know, I've set a goal for myself at 45, and like I said before, it's very hard to make it that far. I know how hard it was this year, you know, and the commitment it takes, and hopefully I've learned from some of the things that happened this year to be better next year, but every year is tough.
Whether it's the pliability, the hydration, all those things, what you're doing now is validating what you preach. You're playing at an age that no one else has done. What would it be that would keep you from playing anymore? What would stop you from playing?
That's a good question. I mean, I think it's just, I'm gonna know. I'm gonna know when the time's right, and I'm gonna feel like, okay, I've kind of had enough, and you know, I don't quite feel like that yet. I feel like, you know, I've still made a lot of improvements, and I still feel like, you know, I can continue to do it at a championship level. And I think that's, you know, where I was at before, and that's still where I'm at now.
0% chance he's hanging it up after this Super Bowl. Damien, you see that sit-down interview with him. What's your reaction to his answer to Jeff's question?
Why would he give it up? I mean, you're talking about a guy who 2 years ago was the league MVP. This past year had another outstanding season. So I've always been of the mindset, as long as you're having fun, keep going for it. And Tom has earned the right to play as long as he can, and he continues to have the Patriots in the Super Bowl year after year after year. So why give it up?
You know, Diana, a lot of times people wonder, why wouldn't you want to ride off into the sunset like John Elway most notably did after back-to-back Super Bowls with the Denver Broncos. But for Tom Brady, his goal to play until the age of 45 is not because, hey, that probably gives me a chance to be in at least one more Super Bowl. Like, no, it's not tied to the Super Bowl success. It is a personal goal of a number he's long had in mind. Now, the reality is, if he continues his performance, given that he plays for the Patriots, who are so organizationally sound, is that, yeah, there probably will be, well, we know 1 week from today, one, but maybe multiple chances for him to ride out into the sunset after a Super Bowl appearance before the age of 45. But his desire exceeds more than just a fairy tale ending. It is his desire to consistently do what he loves. And as Damian said, you know, some of these players realize that there is things on the other side of football, but they may not be gratifying. And either that or they may feel like there's plenty of life ahead, that they can enjoy those moments. And for Tom, he has found the work-life balance he needs to feel as though he meets his obligations as a father, as a husband, as a man outside of football, that retirement isn't really on his mind as much as 41 years old might suggest it should be.
It was interesting that his answer to, I don't really know what's going to make me say that's enough. Yeah. You know, and obviously family is a priority. He's been very open and public about that. But you wonder sometimes, though, if his longevity here kind of goes hand in hand with Bill Belichick. How much longer will Bill be staying as head coach? Is he going to wait for Tom to leave, or is Bill just on his own timeline at this point?
I tend to think that Bill is on his own timeline because, listen, unlike Tom, Bill doesn't have to worry about the physical, any type of physical abuse. His mind is still going to be sharp years after Tom Brady leaves the game. So, you know, obviously we're always going to link those two guys, but Bill can keep coaching for years.
You know, Bill made some very poignant remarks recently about the resources Bob Kraft has given him and the organization as a whole, and how he hopes to continue to do this for a long time. Both of his sons currently work for him in the Patriots organization, so that obligation as a father and a family man is a little bit different than when they were, you know, youngsters or they were in grade school. So I think that Bill Belichick, again, is cognizant of, yeah, there is life beyond football for him, but what has satisfied him and satisfied his father for their entirety of their lives was being a football coach. It really is what courses through his blood and his veins. That's his livelihood.
Just think about this. It's every player's dream, as you know. You've been there before, you won before. It's every player's dream to get to the Super Bowl. And for Tom Brady, he's been there 50% of the time during his career. How different is he now from when you played with him?
Not much.
Not much. All right. Not much. Same guy at 41 years old. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Coming up on the ABC here, we have World News Tonight. Otherwise, it is your local news on ESPN. We got some NBA action. Thanks for joining us. Good night, everybody.